question for the men. Why do you go out of your way to ask for a woman's number? You begin text messaging them. You say, hey, let's grab dinner. Let's grab drinks on Thursday or Friday or whatever. You talk to them every day leading up to it. Not all day. Just like, morning, hope your day's going good. Was thinking about you. Nothing crazy, right? I don't think you should be doing a ton of talking before you actually meet, because why invest the time if they can end up being a dud? But why are guys going asking for girls' numbers and then they never pull the trigger? They never actually set a plan. Why did you ask for my number? There's nothing like we had a combo and there was a turnoff. There was an ick that you had while talking to me because we don't have that much of a conversation. But why did you ask for my number and then you never set a plan? Why? I don't get it. Can some guy make this make sense to me? What am I missing here? Help.
Somebody in the comments said maybe he sobered up. And there was somebody else that said they probably found your TikTok account. Exactly. Modern women, you don't even have to do a background check. I keep on saying over and over again. They're going to show you exactly what they're doing online. And you can judge for yourself whether you want to be involved in that foolishness or not. Be safe.
A guy would pay like $100 for a dinner date in like a metropolitan city. If he's making $20 an hour, for example, he's working 5 hours to take you on a date.
I probably worked 5 hours to pay for everything to get ready for the date.
No, you didn't.
I mean, makeup alone
is expensive.
cost me more than $100 for that date.
The makeup, oh, this is so dishonest.
A woman doesn't just use one makeup product before she goes on a date. So I still think it's an equal contribution on both parts.
Okay, well then men are buying
Their
clothes,
attractiveness.
gasoline, basically anything which is tangential. Their car repairs, the fact that they got a car, the fact they make car payments, all of that was in preparation for this date too then.
And then that equalizes again with the woman that's coming to the date.
So if things are equalized coming into the date, then why is he paying for the date?
Just more of the same, modern women inflating their value instead of just being honest and saying, this is what I can do for a man. This is who I am as a person. These are the things that I'm interested in. Looking for a guy like that. Come on, man.
Said it seems like men don't want to be men no more. And I said, why you say that? She was like, because a lot of men have a problem with taking care of a woman. I said, no. That's not what it is. The problem is y'all want everything, but y'all don't want to give back nothing.
Anything.
That's the problem. Like I have no problem with taking care of my woman, looking out for her. But my problem is if I'm doing all of this and there's no respect, there's no gratitude, there's no appreciation, there's no reciprocation, and that's the problem.
Let's look at some of the comments. Man said a lot of men don't want to take care of a bad investment. No reciprocation, no appreciation, no respect, no partners, just participants. Another person said, amen. We don't want to give into a bottomless pit. Exactly. I don't think a lot of modern women understand this and they just keep on asking, give me. Men are tired of that.
Like, what's the point of dating a white man if you're not going to get the white man experience? Like, I'm not here to date Tyrone with white skin. I'm here to date freaking Bradley. Like, bro, it's actually so funny. Like, it's
So you mean to tell me that white men ain't playing y'all's games either? Modern women logic. Y'all be safe.
All hail Megatron.
All hail Megatron. You're learning, Tina.
Yeah, I'm learning. I have a question. Megatron.
I don't care. I don't care at all. I don't care at all. I'm out here hunting the Autobots, fighting an intergalactic war, and you and your muggle friends wave your little sticks around. I'm gonna cast a spell, make your bullies disappear, and I'll turn around, talk over.
If I bring you the All-Spark, how many points does House Slytherin get?
Maybe one.
Good enough with me.
Divided in half.
See ya.
Somebody in the comments said Megatron ain't no simp. Even these robots know about these modern women.
When you fall in love, no? The boy will want you to look at him the way you look at food. That's rude, mama. The way you look at food is like, okay.
Yeah, that is kind of rude. I'd have been eating her mama up. You about to get roasted too.
Put a finger down if you got your boyfriend's parents one of those really cute digital frames and that you upload the pictures, you know what I'm talking about? So anyway, I make sure to upload it, like I've made a file for them already so that when they open up and set it up, there's already pictures on it. It's amazing. I did pictures of my boyfriend and I did pictures of the mom and dad. I nailed it. And then a couple days later, your boyfriend gets a call from his dad and he was like, hey, I just want to say you and Maria did really great with the gift. Like, we love it. But also I think Maria on accident might have uploaded an inappropriate picture. What? It was a picture of my butt. So I'm frantically going on the app. I'm trying to delete it. I'm trying to get all these codes. And he's like, don't worry, like, your mom doesn't know. And I'm like, my life. So yeah. New year, new me.
At least you were trying to do something nice. These modern women don't do anything for their man or their family.
Okay, I'm going to reply to this comment because I get messages like this every day. We don't know what to believe. Do men even like women? How are we supposed to exist with them? Okay, so men like pleasure. Okay, men like pleasure. We only like women because of what women do for them. It is as simple as that, okay? If you took pleasure out of the equation, men wouldn't like you because men do not respect women. They do not care for a woman's opinion or view or anything. Like, you don't believe me? Speak to men. Like, listen into their conversations. Sometimes you will hear men being so horrible about women. They're like, oh, I can't be bothered to listen to her. Yeah, my wife does my head in. Like, they really do not like being around women. Most men are just settling. Most men are just doing what they need to do to get by with that woman. I'm not saying that so you think, okay, we can't coexist with men, because absolutely you can coexist with men. However, you need to practice detachment. You need to practice loving detachment, and this is why we teach these things. This is why every woman needs to go on this journey. Every woman needs to find her voice. Every woman needs to realize that it is okay to be selfish. I'm so sorry.
See, I knew you was going to say something stupid. I was hoping that you turned it around at some point in time, but no critical thought ever came out of your mouth. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off right now.
Do you guys remember this math teacher from Missouri who was arrested in January after she left scratch marks up and down a 16-year-old student's back? Well, I just found out that she was sentenced in October, and you guys are going to shock yourselves when I tell you what her punishment was. Now, if you're not familiar with this case, her name's Haley Clifton Carmack. She was 26 years old, and she taught math at Lackey High School, or it might be pronounced LaQuay. She had developed an SE-actual relationship with a 16-year-old student, and she would actually be with him at the school and have other students be the lookout. But other students weren't the only ones who knew about that relationship. The victim's father, Mark Creighton, also knew, and he condoned it, and he even allowed it to happen at his home. So one of the students who knew about it went to the school resource officer and told them about the relationship, and included the fact that he had seen pictures in the victim's phone of all the scratches on his back and other things. So the school resource officer notifies the police, and there's this big investigation. Of course, she denied everything, but the victim actually told authorities that it was true and showed them the photos. He said that they had done it in the car, in the driveway, that they did it at his house, and that his dad knew. And he also told authorities that Haley was recently divorced and had 2 small children, and he thought he might be the cause of that divorce. Police had obtained a search warrant for her phone, and they found all kinds of shit. So on December 22nd, they went to arrest her, but being the Christmas holiday, she was out of town visiting family in Texas. So they ended up arresting her January 5th while she was in Texas visiting family for the holiday. Come to find out, when Haley was still teaching, she had been reprimanded due to inappropriate attire. Reports state that she wore really tight leggings and low-cut tops that would draw attention to herself. And she even got warned by higher-ups that she was getting way too close with some of the students. Now let's get to the ridiculous sentence. When she was originally arrested, she was charged with 2nd-degree statutory RAPE, 4th-degree of a child, and endangering the welfare of a child, which is what the victim's father was also charged with. In September, she pleaded guilty to SE-actual contact with a student in exchange for the other ones. In October, a judge sentenced her to 4 years, but she only has to do 3 months behind bars if she goes to SEX rehab. And people wonder why this keeps happening. Tell me she wouldn't have gotten a harsher sentence if she didn't look like this.
To be honest with you, that girl looked like she's 16 in some of the photos. Somebody in the comments said, just imagine if she was a guy and this was reversed, he'd get in jail, or he'd be in jail for 20 years. That's true. And then be registered on the list.
When the guy you like asks you for advice about another girl and then starts dating her, really? Like, how far are you gonna go to make me jealous? Like, I can see right through it.
Such a big struggle with doing what I do for work is when men like want to hang out and I'm like, oh, like I don't want to, or if they want to like, you know, do adult things and I'm like, I don't really want to do that. They're like, why? You do it with everybody. Okay, everybody but you. Like, now you feel like a lame loser, even worse. Why would you even set yourself up like that?
A woman in the comments said, are you okay? Clearly not.
How can I explain my future boyfriend that I have cheap and expensive taste at the same time? You know what I mean? Like, for example, I love going for a walk. Cheap, but in London. You know what I mean? Like, I love grabbing a coffee. Cheap, but in New York. You know what I love watching the sunset. Like, I love watching the sunset, but one's from Positano. You know?
Well, we know that's why when men say, let me take you on a coffee date, that doesn't mean that it's going to be cheap. There's nice coffee shops that cost a pretty good amount of money. And modern women automatically throw it off like, oh, that's going to be cheap. That's going to be $7. No, some of these places be charging legit $14, $15 for a freaking cup of coffee and a cheese Danish that you can get at Walmart.
Would you date someone plus size?
Yeah, bro. If it goes to the right places, man, I'll be all up on that, bro.
You would?
Yeah, bro.
Have you yet?
Nah.
Why not?
Man, I don't know. I haven't been out there like that, though.
Okay. Yeah. What about you? Would you date someone plus size?
Yeah, if she was the right person, yeah.
Have you yet?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. Just haven't. Hasn't come to me yet.
She's a 10, but she's a single mom.
She's a 10.
She a 10. What is like?
10?
Yeah.
She's a 10, but she's plus size.
She's a 10.
Be honest.
Yeah, she's a 10.
She's a 10, but she's plus size.
Hey, if it goes to the right places, yeah, she a 10 for surely. I just gotta try it for real, bro. Y'all just gotta try it.
Okay. If you two are by any chance following me on TikTok, I'll give you $100.
I don't have TikTok.
Make sure you have TikTok downloaded and follow me. You may have the chance to win $100. Would you date someone plus size?
No, I would not.
That man, without even hesitation, said, nah.
She's back. You ready? Oh, I knew you was gonna come back and see me. I missed you. I missed you so much. I didn't think you was gonna come back this fast.
I didn't think I was gonna come back ever.
That's cap. Now we know. You look up. You look up one time for me.
Why do my eyes have to come up?
Just, I have to like see if it's straight. With you is straight. I mean,
You see?
like, damn, bro. Damn, man. Like, I'm just trying to figure out. I'm just what you like to do for fun, huh?
We went to this last time.
So what you like to do for fun?
Get my hair cut
Oh, I know you love coming to me
and leave.
and leave.
A haircut and leave.
Okay. Kind of going. I'm on a date right now. You interrupting. I am on a date.
Not a date.
And you was in.
Not a date.
I am on a date right now.
Not a date.
Your favorite part finna come up.
You can skip that.
Hell nah, I'm laying you down every time. Yes, it do. It got a lot to do with what we doing right now.
We don't even have to
You
talk.
need to let
We
you.
don't have to talk the rest of the haircut. We just be quiet and cut the hair.
I can't do that no more. The way I feel about you is
It's irrelevant.
What time I'm gonna see you tonight?
You know what? Not that I want to go, But make sure you take the people. You didn't even take me on the first.
I took you on the first date.
Now we lying.
Babe, I'm gonna see you later. Okay. Keep it looking nice for me, girl. Hey, turn around one time. One time.
Somebody in the comments said, bro, trying to troubleshoot the system, sis fighting the reboot. Somebody else said a couple more times, and you in there, bro. So this is what men have to do because these modern women acting silly.
This is just such a perfect night with you. Just cuddling, watching a movie. You think she's hotter than me, don't you? You wish you were with her, huh? It's such a fun date. How many girls have you had in your backseat? Thank you for the dinner. I mean, wow, you can really cook. Who taught you that? One of your exes probably, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I really do love you.
Really? I mean, I love you too. Like, I just wouldn't expect that from you. You probably have said that to a lot of girls though, huh? Like, I'm not the only one you've said that to, right? Like, there's probably a bunch of other bitches you've said that to.
I think one question I should ask you is how many backseats have you been in?
Men date like stockbrokers, women date like venture capitalists. Men date based on what they see exactly in front of them. They want to be able to go to a girl's Instagram and just be able to turn it around. And it even extends to men not wanting women to change, right? They see them look a certain way. They see them act a certain way. They're like, I want to date her right now, just like this. Women date like venture capitalists, okay? They will see a shred of potential in a guy. Oh, if he just got a haircut and a new job and a headboard, he would be such a cat. They take it to the board, the group chat, and they say, guys, this is why I'm thinking that I should invest in this man. Women date on potential and men date based on what they see right in front of them. And it would behoove both parties to look at it from the other perspective a little bit more. You can't start to date someone banking on them changing because they might not, and you can't make anybody change. Similarly, you can't force someone to remain the same. And that's my theory.
I think
That's what I'm
it's okay
saying.
as a Christian to understand that beauty is objective. Like even in the Bible, it talks about, the Bible records saying that Sarah was beautiful. Rachel was more beautiful than Leah. Esther was
That's a good
beautiful. That's
point.
why she
That's a
was
good point.
chosen by the king, because
Mhm.
she was so beautiful. It's okay if we're not all 10s. It's okay if we're honest about that, because it does help appreciate, objective beauty. We can appreciate it without feeling devalued by it.
But it's not objective because you take all the 10s in one city and bring them to a room full of Victoria's Secret models, and every guy would agree that their rating goes down. So how is it objective?
There are objective traits, like women across the bar find taller men, more handsome. If they've got a wider jawline, sharper jawline, that's more attractive to them. Wider shoulders, broader shoulders, that's attractive because those are all signs of high T, high testosterone levels. So biologically, women across the board, whatever country you want to go to, women are attracted to things about men that show that they're good leaders, strong providers, strong protectors. And so it's a biological thing. Like it's not shallow, conceited, vain thing. And in the same way, men also have traits that they seek in a woman because it communicates to them that she is feminine, that she can carry a child, because men really want to, procreate and have children and carry on their bloodline. And so they want women who objectively have wider hips and fuller breasts and things like that, that gives a sign of fertility.
I thought this was an interesting clip, particularly because it talked about objective beauty versus subjective beauty. And there were some women in the comments that tried to correct her and say, girl, what you meant to say was subjective and not objective. But I'm glad somebody came in and educated that young lady who left the comment and said, no, what they're actually talking about and what she actually means is objective beauty, where when you look at subjective beauty, a man or a woman could say, well, I usually like somebody with green eyes versus blue eyes. That's subjective. I find blue eyes more beautiful than green eyes. That's subjective. Versus objective. People in general, men or women, find a lot of the same qualities and traits the same level of beauty. Like if a man is taller, oh, I like that. Or he is more financially stable. Most women are going to like that. Whereas men, she talked about some of the things, good figure, feminine, most men are going to like that. You remember when Kevin Samuels said fit, feminine, and friendly. Most men like that. So that would be objective. But of course, modern women will argue until the cows come home.
I guess I'm just a little bit confused. Why are we so confused about this man? Why is it so hard to let him go? Do you not remember you didn't even like him in the first place? Do you remember that you had to convince yourself to date him? Do you remember that you thought you were too good for him in the beginning anyways? Do you remember thinking, oh my god, well, there's no chemistry. Okay, well, I'll just give him a chance. Where is that energy? You didn't even like him. You didn't even like him. He looked great on paper, but you didn't feel the connection. And now we're stressing over him? That's weird. That's weird. Bring that energy back. You literally made him go out of his way for you, but then you let him catch you? And now he's not maintaining you? And you're worried about this man? Do you not remember you didn't even like him?
I mean, it's not surprising most modern women think that they're good for 80-90% of the men. So when a man gets in there and works his stuff, then all of a sudden she's invested. Now he has all of the control, and he gives her a taste of her own medicine. Be humble.